Hey there, it's Natasha from natashasgem.com, making my first live from my Facebook page from my computer. And I have a question for you to ask. Have you ever felt the fear inside of you of not being enough? You want to start something, you want to start business, and you're afraid of being not perfect, being judged by other people. Have you ever felt this way? Well, yesterday I had a very interesting article in my Facebook news feeds, and I'm grateful to this because actually I will read it and we will a little discuss. And I have some thoughts for those who feel that it's not never perfect time to start, never good enough to go public, to lead people, to start business, being afraid of prejudge. So the quote was, if your writing contains spelling and grammatical error, I immediately doubt your expertise. Proofread and grow your business. Well, there are different opinions of that, and there were 75 people saying amen, preach sister. And my comment was, oh my God, I've made so many mistakes in copywriting. And in my case it's English, but I had the same fear, the fear of being not perfect, a fear to have grammatical error, a fear of being judged by other people. I just didn't care any about this at all, because nobody could stop me from doing what I'm doing and going for my dreams and building my business. If I would pay attention that people criticize me, and I would never be where I am. And I know a lot of examples whose English is not the second language, it's the main language, and people make mistakes and they have fear and they do it anyway. You'll never have that perfect moment being perfect expert right away. You really gain your perfection through experience. So that is right. So that first time to pull the phone and make a video of yourself is going to be horrible. I still have my first video on YouTube that I actually sent it to my list, and I said, hell, give me some love, because you had to start from somewhere. And you're always going to be prejudged by something. You don't have to be perfect for everyone, but you will always could be an inspiration and a good example for others. Now, in nature, people follow in their businesses alpha type people, leaders. Well, the funny part that you always could be alpha for someone, and you could be better for others, so for other people. So in order to lead, you need to learn, you need to follow alphas, learn from them, get an experience, implement, get results, and share with those who doesn't know what you're doing. So you can be always a leader, even if you're making mistakes, even if you not perfect, making spelling or something, it doesn't really matter. Because if you have a vision, if your message has value, people will follow because they want to know, what you're doing, how you succeed. You build business with people by not criticizing them just by seeing one little teeny mistake and assuming their business is horrible and they need to prove. I know a lot of examples when the top multi-million-dollar, my mentors, they set up an ad on a Facebook, had 2 spelling mistakes in their ad. They were able to gather over 1,000 people to webinar because people didn't care about that missing comma. They cared about the vision, what they can learn, how this message and this learning, this webinar could help them. So we are looking for people who are looking for them. Haters will hate. You don't have to wait and pay attention. Remove them. Follow the leaders who only focuses on positive sides. There is a lot of garbage on the internet, on the Facebook, and stay away from those people. Again, say yourself, I am enough. I am enough. I'm perfect. I've been imperfect. That is very powerful. Then you don't need anyone's proof to start business. Just do it. Do, learn, implement, get results, get followers, and share with others. Empower. You can be a very good example of being imperfect, but taking action. So that could be a bad news and a good news for you. A good news because you don't have to wait anymore someone's approval and wait for that perfect moment to start your business. Bad news, you have to make an action. And I've met so many people in their lives that in any businesses, in different niches, people are waiting for that perfect moment, perfect when I have a perfect copywriting, perfect video, perfect moment to start a new life. People feel, the most successful entrepreneurs, they feel fear and do it anyway. I've been imperfect. A few years ago when I started online business, I followed a very successful young girl and she had her blog. And of course I followed it and I've decided I need to have a blog. Like every entrepreneur has to have their space and online. I created my blog by myself. I was not afraid that it was not perfect. I did it myself so I could share with others, right? And after that, what? You had to write something. So that was very difficult for me. I actually hired in Fiverr, there is a company that actually could edit your text, and I paid $5 to edit. But then I decided, I read what they wrote and removed my Russian. That was my idea. And it was not me. So sometimes my fiance is reading and helping me. But what if you don't have anyone next to you and you still produce content? You still that consistently produce weight. Are you going to wait for someone and depend your business of someone that being afraid of missing and misspelling the comma? And no, you do it your way. Do it anyway. Do not pay attention to anyone's, because people won't see that missing and misspelling comma if there is value in your message. And of course, I'm not proclaiming that as misspelling and education is not good. I have university education, but I do have mistakes. And I want to empower you and let you know that there's so many people, so many examples in, especially right now with the internet marketing. You don't have to be that perfect. In politics, you don't have to be perfect. When everyone tells you you have to follow these rules, the winner will win because of the mindset, because of the vision, because of the people who like and trust. And that's what you have to do in your business. If I would pay attention to people who tell me that you cannot make it, you are in a different country, you are in with a language, and you are deciding to have a blog, a webinar, I wouldn't have thousands of followers on Twitter. I wouldn't have my blog. I wouldn't have my YouTube channel. I would have a list of my customers who continue to read my emails, and I grow my list. And you know what? How many mistakes they are reading? I sometimes think they are crazy reading my emails, but they don't pay attention. With experience, only after 2 years, I've started to receive like feedbacks from emails that your letter inspired us. Thank you. I couldn't say any better. And they don't care that there is there is an accent. Because they believe and trust me, and they follow me, and I have a lot of value to share. So I want you to say again, I am good enough. I want you to stop paying attention to those who criticize and assume by one thing that your business is not enough. Say, I am enough, I'm self-worthy to succeed, and just follow leaders who will empower you. Now, if you think that you don't know where to start, if you think that by branding yourself and providing value, you might say, how I can provide value? Well, I have good news for you as well. No matter what niche your business is, you could be an expert right now. Right now, there's always going to be people that won't know what you know if you learn one course or one webinar, right? And you learn and implement, get little results, not wait until you get all that multi-million business. But if you learn, let's say, how to generate 3 leads, there are people who does not know how to generate 3 leads. You could be an alpha for them. People will follow. People buy from those whom they know, like, and trust, not those who prejudge them. I've been in sales for many years, and my first lessons I knew you cannot prejudge the way how people look, how they walk in the store. They walked in the store, no matter how raised green is green. They are there for a purpose, and they are enough to be served. So be a servant. Be a servant to other people, and they will follow you. This is my message for today, my rant. Write what you, your comments, what you think about this. If you need help to start, the same, reach out or write a comment. Subscribe to my newsletter that is going to be in the comments. http://newsletter.natashasjam.com, and I will help you with branding, with getting value, with building your business, successful business. And again, I believe in you. I want to hear your success story. You are enough.